Okay, while I am in the midst of working on and editing my shipwrecked video essay, I'm taking this opportunity to have an unscripted yap session, about the Black Arms. Mainly Black Doom. Um, fuck. Number one thing I want to get out of the way is, I was talking about the Chaos Ancients Black Arms connection, before it was cool. I've been talking about it since Frontiers dropped. And there is photo evidence of me tweeting about how the incubating Black Arms soldiers look like chaos. Then everyone else started saying it, and I felt like that one fucking clip from the Trolls movie about the clue board. Yeah, long story short, there is probably a connection between the three. Mainly well, not mainly, but the fact that they all have 3 fingers and weird fucked up eyes and an affinity for chaos energy is all pretty telling, and it feels very intentional. So, yeah, there's that. Also the fact that which, holy shit, I'm just realizing this right now. In the original CGI model for Doom, the bottom 2 eyes are, like, empty, like how Chaos and the Ancients are, and only the 3rd eye has the pupil. So, holy shit, I just realized that almost implies that the 3rd eye was, like, a separate thing given to him. But, holy shit, that's fucked, I just realized that. But, yeah, officially beginning my unscripted ramble. I really want to yap about the Nazca Line connection because holy fuck, it's really cool and no one talks about it. So in Glyphic Canyon and Sky Troops, because they're technically the same plot of land, Sky Troops is just Glyphic Canyon but in the sky. On the door there is bird insignias that look exactly like the fucking Nazca Lines in Peru, both the hummingbird and the condor, which is very, very important. And you know what, fuck it, I'm talking about it now, I don't care. I'm reading pretty much directly off my Tumblr post. So I got a tag, rhetorically asking if the Black Arms had a religion, and I yapped about it. The Black Arms worshipped something. We're not really fucking sure yet, but I'm sure it has something to do with that weird fucked up thing in the Generations trailers. Another big thing with this is Doom dresses like a religious authority or a priest, rather than like a barbaric warrior, like everyone claims the Black Arms are, which is a little weird, a little sus. And given Doom's drastically different appearance, and the character guide stating that he created the Black Arms, it's pretty likely that Doom defected from another chaos-wielding species like the Ancients, and assimilated other species in order to create the Black Arms. Which the assimilation thing is, not fully backed up, but given that Ian Flynn wrote the part in Archie where Eclipse assimilates the Wisps and makes them into the Dark Arms, and the fact that it's very heavily implied that whatever they eat, they gain their power, which is very fucked up that they almost ate Sonic. That would have been very fucking bad. But yeah, it's pretty heavily implied that Doom kind of went off on his own and made the evil, fucked up Black Arms. Especially that his name is Doom, which basically means like fucking final judgment, which is raw as hell. But Glyphic Canyon is the only holy ground that we know of. It's possible that they have other ones on other planets. But the temples also double as, like, flying war machines, hence the Glyphic Canyon Sky Troops similarities. So it's pretty safe to assume that they worship some kind of god of war. Boy. God of war. Shut up, focus. But yeah. The carvings and statues are really similar to the Nazca Lines, like I mentioned before. And the temple itself is shaped like a giant fucking bird. And Knuckles literally points that out if you take the hero route. Which is cool. I flipped the fuck out when I got that dialogue the first time, because I had had this theory for like a year by then. And then I heard Knuckles say that, and I was like, oh fuck. Shit. But the big thing with the Nazca Lines, specifically the hummingbird and the condor, in Inca culture, the hummingbird was thought to be like the sun in disguise, known for being a great warrior, whose great speed seemed to almost grant it the ability to teleport, and Aztec culture believed them to be resurrected warriors. The hummingbird also became representative of the Aztec central deity, and it was believed that it would lead them to a promised land. Like, the promised time is almost upon us. Why did he say that, by the way? The promised time is nigh upon us. Can you fucking talk normal, dude? And another cool fun fact that I found out, was that hummingbirds regularly go into torpor, a deep sleep that slows their metabolism, to conserve energy. Almost like stasis, or a coma. Is it fucking obvious that I'm implying that the hummingbird is representative of Shadow? Is that clear? Is that clear enough yet? And on the other hand, the condor was known as the king of the skies, a spiritual messenger between Earth and the spirit world, if I could fucking speak words. I'm at my goddamn limit. It represented undisputed strength and wisdom, and was basically a herald for the gods. Yeah, I'm implying that the condor is representative of doom, of black doom. Yeah, was that fucking clear enough? Also, the fact that Shadow's quills, look like Doom's eye, and the hummingbird and the condor look really similar from, like, the hummingbird is just a lot smaller than the condor, but they have very similar designs. And yeah, if you think I'm pulling this out my ass, the track of the cutscene before Glyphic Canyon is titled Vast Nazca. So, yeah, soundtrack basically confirmed my theory, so that's cool. Meanwhile, game theory is talking about how Shadow is a fucking genie, apparently. So, yeah, basically, Doom's goal has always been the prosperity ritual and the promised time bullshit. And he literally created Shadow just to, like, fucking be the champion for his apocalypse or whatever. It's really funny to me that Gerald just went along with that shit. Like, I was under the impression that Doom tried to hide it, and Gerald found out later. But no, Doom just walked up to Gerald and was like, hey, if you make this, yeah, sure, you can help your granddaughter, but, yeah, he's gonna fucking lead my apocalypse that's gonna destroy your planet. And Gerald was like, I'll be able to outsmart this guy. I'm gonna make this 2,000-year-old manipulative warlord look like a total idiot because I'm so intelligent and smart. And now Shadow is growing fucking wings out his back and turning into a fucking squid, so that really didn't work out in your favor, Gerald. Kind of bullshit. But yeah, my general theory for Generations and Doom in general is that he's trying to appease some kind of deity and Shadow was kind of created as like a messiah to be Doom's right hand, which is fucked. Like, God. Fuck, man. Ah, funny hedgehog, go fast. Jesus Christ. But another, few, like, little things about Doom. One thing that I noticed is that his costume is, like, pretty, like, clean. Well, costume, his fucking outfit. He's not a fucking actor. But, like, everything else looks really, like, elegant and put together, but the bottom is ripped. And, that really implies to me that his legs got, like, cut off or ripped off somehow. Which I could be totally wrong about that. It could just be because his design, the design for his robes is literally based off the Dementors from Harry Potter. But I don't know, I just find it odd that he's very well put together and then the bottom is just, oh, ripped to fucking shreds. God, this document is so old. I'm like, maybe this, maybe that, and then it all turned out to be right. Jesus. Oh, another, weird little thing, because Doom, like, floats everywhere. This is a completely irrelevant theory that has no bearing on the lore, but, I think it has something to do with the fact that the Black Arms have a very naturally high amount of chaos energy, so like how Sonic can fly when he goes super and harnesses the Chaos Emeralds, Doom can just do that naturally. Which is neat, I think that's cool. Trying to think. Like I said, this is completely fucking unscripted. Oh yeah, I just want to take this moment to, like, generally acknowledge how fucked up Doom is in general. Like, with Dark Beginnings now, people are getting a glimpse into it a lot more, but I've been shouting into the void about this for like 3 years. But just because, haha, funny game, Shadow use gun and say bad swear word, no one acknowledges that Doom spends the entire game gaslighting Shadow into a shell of his former self, actively manipulates his memories, impersonates Maria, and, like, manipulates her image to get Shadow to do what he wants, and then the moment Shadow is like, fuck you, I'm not putting up with you, Doom just is like, you know what? Fuck you, psychic attack. And when that doesn't work, he's like, fuck you, I'm just killing you. And I will also take this opportunity to say that I never for a single moment believed that Black Doom was dead. You cannot tell me that this bitch survived 2,000 years conquering planets and a hedgehog hitting him with meteors a few times and him falling from, like, short skyscraper height was enough to kill him. Also, the fact that Doom's bodies are conduits and his actual consciousness is in Doom's eye. So because Doom's eye is alive, fucking Doom was always going to continue being alive. Which is like, yeah, you see that in the Generations trailers when he's projecting the fucking the body. Like, that's another thing that I've seen people theorize about, and I've thought about it myself. Like Doom being part wisp because of the fact that he looks like Doom's eye normally. But it's weird because then I wouldn't know where that other body would come from. Like if he just made that up and was like, oh man, shit, this would look sick, dude. But yeah, I can feasibly see a connection to the Wisps, even though I wouldn't really be in favor of it. I'm not a huge fan of the Wisps, but I can see how they would go that direction. And for everyone saying that fucking eldritch, biblically accurate angel-looking bullshit in the Generations trailer is Doom, there is no way that shit is Doom. Mark my fucking words. If it is, I will eat cargo pants live on camera. Because you see that thing and a Doom in the same shot, and it's moving independently of Doom. And, like, its eyes look slightly different. And Shadow is attacking it when Doom isn't, like, in the shot. So I'm like, there's no way. There's no way. Also, the bird motif could tie back to Solaris, because it looks very similar to that as well. Which would actually explain why Ian Flynn wanted Mephiles and Doom to work together in the original Archie story. Which, yeah, I can see that realistically happening. This is structured like a fucking podcast episode, dude. I am not putting a shit ton of effort into editing this, mostly because I am, like I mentioned, doing a fucking hour-long, dedicated, fully edited character analysis on that fucking Shipwrecked. So this, I'm just doing this for fun, so I can yap about it. But yeah, TLDR, I'm really glad Sega is finally making it public knowledge that Doom is a absolutely horrible, manipulative piece of shit. And that he will put Shadow through psychological horror if it means getting his way. Because he fucking sucks. The timestamp right now is at like 17 fucking minutes. Holy shit, they call me the yapper. Also this was not mostly, but this was partly to test how my audio setup is working, because it sounded like ass for a while. But if this works, then it means that my solution is to get in my closet, haha, put a blanket over my door, shut the door, and sit in the dark and record with my mic approximately half a foot away from my face. So if this works and this doesn't sound like dog shit, that'll be really cool. This is going to be very low effort, so I apologize in advance. This is not my final draft of the fucking Black Arms video essay. I promise I will do a more structured one eventually. Probably, if anything Black Arms related comes out in the movie, then I will probably wait until after the movie. But I'm definitely waiting until after Generations, because I feel like we're gonna get a lot of Black Arms lore there. So I'm waiting for that. But yeah, this was my unscripted yap session, about Doom. If this is genuinely an appealing format, then I guess let me know. If you would actually listen to this, because it's a lot less time consuming than what I'm doing for Shipwrecked, and I don't regret that at all. I really want to put a lot of effort into that video, because it's very important to me. Same with the finalized Black Arms video essay. I want to give it the time and effort it deserves, but sometimes it's nice to just, yap. So, I guess let me know if you would be willing to listen to this bullshit again. And, if it does happen again, I guess I'll see you next time.